Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. It's a pleasure serving you as well. Always, always a pleasure. So, I want to get started. If you could be nice and let me know if you can hear me, we're going to get the party started. I see one in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you hear me. You see, we have a juicy topic tonight. The last time I was on live, we had a great conversation about one of the subscribers talked about she was going to go and buy a house for 38,000. I believe it was 38,000 or $28,000, and that just got my curiosity. So I did a little homework for you guys. Okay, could you let me know if you can hear me, please? That would be wonderful. You can do that. I'd greatly appreciate it, and give it a thumbs up, would you please? That's very important so that YouTube know that you like the content, you like me coming on here. I'm here to serve you. Okay, so who do we have in the chat? Introduce yourself to me. Let me know. Say, I can hear you, so we can get started. That would be wonderful. I know a lot of you guys are just like me. You want to be a homeowner, and I have the answers for you tonight. Free money. Oh, free money. But we're not going to get started until you let me know that you can hear me. Oh, okay. Linda Martin hears me. I got the thumbs up. Beautiful. Who else is in the chat room? Let say hello, would you? We all like to greet each other. That's very important because we are all one family. Yes. Okay. And it's a few more out there. How y'all doing? How was your day? How was your day, Linda? Did you have an okay day, a good day? Tell me about your day. We'll do a little small talk as we get started here. Okay, and if everybody could give a thumbs up in the chat room, that would be great. Okay, so anybody else can hear me? Okay, so I'm going to assume that you can hear me, and you guys can join in when you feel like you want to. Oh, Linda said it was great. What great is beautiful. Beautiful. I can't even say great, but I'm happy you had a great day. That is so, so nice. It's good to have those good days, isn't it? A great day is better than good. Okay, so let's get started. So maybe some of you out there are renting and you are just sick and tired of giving your money to the landlord. Okay. And you want to own your own, but you just can't see how you could own your own because of the money. Well, the government has made it possible that you can be a homeowner and you don't have to worry about the down payment and the closing costs. You heard me. You don't have to worry about the down payment and closing costs. It's out there for you. All you have to do is now decide that you really want this house and you're going to go for it. So I have lots of reasons why it would be a good idea for you to consider buying a house if you rent. So let's say maybe you say, well, I don't want to be doing all the maintenance and all that. Okay, you can get a condo if you don't want to do any maintenance. Okay, or a smaller piece of property where you don't have to maintain a big piece of property. Okay, but Bank of America, as well as another lender that I'm going to tell you about, have grants. Now, a grant is free money. You do not have to pay that back. Okay. for your down payment and your closing costs. Now, that's the biggest problem with buying property is you have to save this money up. So if you go to the first time home buyers class, then you only have to have 3% down, and the Bank of America is going to pay that. And the closing cost is just basically fees that they charge you to put the deal together. And you don't have to pay that. There's a grant for all of that. And you can just walk in. Now you may need, a little extra money, let's say for house insurance. You may need that. No, not may. You will need that because that's not included in the down payment and the closing costs. Okay. So before, when you thought you needed thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go into a house, now you're talking very little money. Maybe a couple of thousand and you're in. How about that, huh? And while you're at it, why not cut the bill down? Do not go, if they say that you're approved for 250,000, I would not go look for a house for 250,000. I would give myself a little room, okay? Because you may get there and you may feel the house is not worth 250,000, but maybe you still want it, but you want to pay less. So if you put your mind with a less figure, then you can rest to assure that you're going to be able to come in under your budget, which would help you and it won't choke you, right? If everybody could give a thumbs up in the chat, Grandma Ray greatly appreciate that. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, if this is not for you, maybe you have some children who could be interested in this program. Also, if you have a family member or even yourself who may have served in the service, or you're on what do you call that? National Guard, something like that. Okay, you can go in for a zero down program. You don't have to pay any money down. So this is a golden opportunity, guys. We don't get this that often, that people should really look into this. And so you may say, well, I don't work. Okay, that's okay. You still, if you have an income, you still have an income. Let the banks tell you no. Don't you tell you no, because if you're paying rent, then you have some payment history. So that means you can pay a mortgage, right? Okay, Wells Fargo is another one that is offering this program. Okay, so Bank of America is Family Housing Assistance Government Program. Family Housing Assistance Government Program. Okay, and so you want to reach out to them and see how you can qualify. So okay, so we have 6 people in the chat. If you guys could do me a favor and give a thumbs up, that would be great. Okay. So you want to reach out to Bank of America and see how you can put your application in. Now, some of the rules are that they have this for 260 cities and countries in the United States. So what are these cities and countries? We don't know. But one thing about it, if you call them and you say, I'm interested and I want to live in such and such area, okay, then they can tell you if that area is one of the programs. 9 times out of 10 it is. So what they're trying to do is they want you to buy in a certain area, a low income area to moderate area. Okay. So that's where they're trying to build up basically the clientele. So you may say, well, what area is that? Oh, I don't know, because I don't know what area you're interested in. What you have to do is, one, decide this is something you want to do, and two, uh, look for the area that you may think you're interested in, and then you can contact them and let them know, and then they can let you know if that's one of the areas. So now you may say, okay, well, I don't know what my credit score is. I don't know if it's good or bad, or what the deal is with my credit score. Sign up on Credit Karma. Credit Karma, you can check your credit score at any time you want after you set it up. It's absolutely free. It does not pull your credit at all every time that you do it. You only do that one time, and then you're going to know what your credit score is. So when you're asked, well, what is your credit score? You'll know the answer, okay? And that's very important, so that you can now get some confidence in yourself that your credit is good enough for you to move forward. Okay. And you don't have to have a very high credit score either for these programs, because it's designed to help those who have been locked out of the housing market to get into the housing market. So they want you to have ownership. Okay. And if nothing else, if you can go, let's say you're paying, I don't know, $1,200. This is just for instance, $1,200 a month rent, and you can get a house for $800. Isn't that worth it? You could save right there. Plus, as you pay your mortgage every month, you build up what's called equity. So you say, well, what is equity? Equity is when you pay your money in, and then it builds up sort of like a cash fund. Okay, so a portion of what you pay in goes towards uh, money that you can benefit from later. So let's say you kept your house for 3 years, and let's say you bought it at $200,000, and in 3 years it appreciates up to $220,000. Well, you have $20,000 in equity, which means that's money that you can refinance and pull out anytime you want for your own use. So when you refinance, if everyone could do me a favor and give a thumbs up, please, thank you. So when you pull the money out, that means you're refinancing that mortgage again. And so what happens is they're gonna pull your credit again, and then they'll give you a new payment based on how much you owe, the balance you owe, and how much you asked for the refinance. Okay. So it's a good thing, because let's say you can pull that 20,000 out, you can clean up some bills and some credit, or maybe you want to take that 20,000 and go buy the next property. You see what I'm saying? So this is a way for you to get started, okay? One thing you don't want is, you don't want free money to pass you by and you wish that you would have had this free money, right? I mean, come on. They're begging you to please take up to $17,000 down payment. They're begging you to take the closing cost money. Oh, please. May, hi, how are you? May said, please, GD. What does GD stands for, May? Let me know that, okay? Okay, so I can respond to you, please. Thank you. Appreciate you commenting. Good to have you, May. Okay, so you know, have this conversation with your children, your sister, your brother, your mother, and you're never too old to purchase. You're never too old to purchase. Okay, May Smith said V. Uh, okay, May, if you can comment to me, you have just V there, so I can respond. I don't know. You're trying to ask me something, I believe. Okay. Okay. So, how many out there are interested in buying a house? If you could comment and let me know. And do you think that you are ready for this free money? I know I'm ready for the free money. Are you kidding me? Definitely ready. And don't let nothing stop you. Okay. May says, good WB. Okay. Thank you, May. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. And if so how many out there is ready to get your house? Okay. And I didn't see anywhere where it said that if you had a house you couldn't get another house with this program. Maybe you can, I don't know. I didn't see where it said you couldn't. So that's a possibility. Okay. And if you can get another house, right? If you already have one, that could be income. Absolutely. And let's say you're going to buy a house and this would be your first one. You don't have to get just a one family. You can get a multi-family, right? So let's talk about a multi-family. Okay, everyone give a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up in the chat. Thank you. So a multifamily is where you're going to buy a house that has it's a two-family building, like it's two apartments, or it may be a three-family or larger. Okay, so this is how it goes usually. If you have a two-family, the apartment rental will pay uh, the mortgage, and then you'll pay like the utilities or something like that. If you have a three family, okay, so let's see what we got here. May. Okay, the bank is Bank of America. It doesn't matter whether it's in Georgia or not. It's a Bank of America is a national bank, so that means you can just apply right online, okay, and they'll take care of that. So Bank of America is one, and Wells Fargo is the other one. Either one of those, and you all know Wells Fargo. They are known for credit cards. They're the ones that go with the truck and pick the money up from businesses and stuff. Okay, those two. So don't worry about whether they're in Georgia or not. Just catch them online, and they'll tell you where to go because they're going to have some kind of agency or somewhere to communicate with you, and also online. Okay, so I have 3 thumbs up and 6 people in the chat. If you could give a thumbs up, that would be wonderful. I'm asking because that's what YouTube would like. Okay, thank you. Alicia, I would love to buy a house. Oh, beautiful! I'm so happy to hear that. I am just so happy to hear that. So are you interested in this program at all? I think it would help, don't you? Because even if you have a little money saved, this is going to help you keep your money in your pocket, right? Free down payment, free closing costs. Oh, wow. Alicia, how long have you been wanting to buy a house? And are you going to go for one of these programs through Bank of America or Wells Fargo. I like Bank of America's program the best. Now, they also may have where they may say, okay, you can't sell for 5 years or something like that. It's always some underlying message that they try to lock you into, which I understand that, because if you got and you're going to get this mortgage through one of them. So if you have the mortgage through them, they want to make sure that they are able to gain the interest for X amount of time. So we understand that, and that's fair. I think that's fair. Okay, but they didn't say that you couldn't never sell. Definitely not. It's only going to be for a time period. Okay, how many more out there would like to join Alicia and buy a house? You have nothing to lose, especially if you're paying rent. Okay? And now is a good time, most of us. And by the way, guys, I finally got my stimulus check. I was just so actually deposit into my bank account. I was so happy to see that. That helped. That really helped, right? Because we all need financial blessings, and that was one. It put a smile on my face. Okay. So tomorrow, you should be on the website of Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Oh, and by the way, if you put in an application with a lender, you can apply to other lenders as well within a 45-day period, and it won't keep hitting your score. Like your credit score will only get hit one time, even though you apply to other lenders, as long as you do it within 45 days. Okay. Alicia said, I have been wanting to buy a house for quite some time now. I would definitely look into it. Thank you so very much. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I wish you the best. Okay, Linda said she would use it to purchase another home. Okay, see? So Linda is thinking income. Because, guys, you can either get a second income by getting another job, or you can get a second income by getting real estate. And I'm going to tell you right now, the real estate is going to win out every time, because at least the real estate is adding up money while you're asleep, while you're doing nothing, right? But a job, you got to actually go in there and put that time in. So it just makes a lot of sense, a lot of sense. And I'm going to tell you something else, guys. I know you're concerned maybe about your income. Let's add all income up, shall we? Okay, so let's say you may have, I'm going to start with everybody. So let's say you get Social Security or SSI, okay? That's your income. And you don't know whether they're going to tell you you can't do it or can do it or whatever the story is. Of course, the house that you would qualify for, it wouldn't be like over your income. It would have to be within your means of your income, right? And let's say you may be a person that you work a job and you also have a part-time job. As long as you have that part-time job for 2 years or more, they can count that, okay, as income. Or let's say you have a job and you one of your children get SSI or something like that. That's countable income. So you can see how you can count up, okay? And so let me give you another scenario. Let's say you go in with your mother or your sister. So let's say you're going with your mother and she's on Social Security. Well, they're going to pull her credit and your credit and add all income together. Your mother's Social Security, your work income. Maybe you have somebody, one of your children that's on SSI. I'm just giving you scenarios so you can see how this can add up, because most people just look at their one income. They don't really look at all income, and I want you to open your mind to all income. Okay. And I would like for everybody, I hate to keep saying this, just give a thumbs up for me, please. Thank you. Okay. So let's see. Sylvia says, is the program only for first-time buyers? No, it did not say that. Okay. Wells Fargo definitely did not say that. And I'm the type of person, I let them tell me. Okay. So, when they list everything on the website, they don't say every single thing. You have to now dig into it. Okay. And whatever's for you, it's for you. It will happen for you. Okay. So let's look into this here. All right. These are good questions, because everybody is not a first time home buyer. And I'll tell you one more thing. Bank of America has this money from February of last month up until 2025. So they're in there for the long haul. So believe me, they're ready to release this money. And this money is a government program. So they don't get paid unless they release this money. So you guys should go after this money. You sometimes play the lottery and hope you hit the lottery. This is the lottery. This is the lottery. I should have named it This is the Lottery. But seriously, you can't get better than that, right? So, let's look into this. Let's apply and come back and let people know, because everybody needs help. Okay. Like one of the subscribers, the last time I was on, she talked about how she was gonna bring herself up by buying a house. Okay. And that's what we have to do. And she figured it all out. She said she would cut grass or whatever she had to do to survive any extra, because she didn't know what the extra was. Smart idea. Smart idea. I know one thing. If you don't take a chance in life, what are you going to do? Just wish you would have did it? No, you got to take a chance. Okay. So how many out there are willing to move forward? So let's say maybe you haven't had such a great relationship with your landlord. Maybe you had financial problems. Just go talk to them and tell them, say, look, I'm going to try to buy a house through this free money, no money down program. And I need your reference, and are you okay with that? So that you're comfortable with that. Okay. And if you've always been a person that paid your rent on time and everything, then you don't even need to have that conversation. But either way, even if it's good or bad, you need to move forward with that and make sure you're comfortable enough to step out on it. Okay. Okay. So hi, all 10 in the chat. Anybody have any questions for me about this? This is really, really a game changer. A game changer. We waited all this time for the stimulus. I think we got one before. I know we had one before December. Then we got one in December, and we got one recently. We waited patiently for that because we all wanted the free money, right? Okay, so this is free money, except it's thousands. It's over. They're going to help you pay to over $17,000 down, including your closing costs. this is huge, huge. Most times people can't even get into the real estate market because they want so much money down and people don't have it. This is it, guys. This is your way out. So, would you consider passing the word to other people? Let me know by the comments if you know someone that could benefit from this program. And would you be able to spread the word? Because we want to send many people as possible over to Bank America and Wells Fargo to get this money. Okay, we just have to do this, especially if you can see how you can cut your bills down. So if you're already paying a gas bill, you're already paying a light bill, what do you got to lose? Just go on over there, and now you can just get your rent reduced because you don't have to get a mortgage that is choking you. Also, guys, another thing that I wanted to tell you about. Let's say you pick out a house and the kitchen is not your dream kitchen and you would like it to be different. They can also write that in the mortgage. It's called the rehab, and that will be included in your payment. And then the mortgage company will pay for that renovation of that kitchen, and then you'll be really, really pleased and satisfied. Okay, so those are options. All right. Okay, other options that you may have is, let's say you live like me. I live in Massachusetts. They call that taxatutions. You know why? They tax you for everything. So Massachusetts is very, 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 very expensive. I'm not saying impossible, but very expensive. So, things that you might want to consider is, okay, well, maybe I need to move to another city or another state or someplace else where you can spend your dollar the way you want. Okay, even though you're getting the free money, you still have to pay this mortgage. So you want to be able to really make your own choices, right? That's what I say do. Okay, so now that I have put a fire under you, I expect for you to really be looking into where you're going to get your house and claim it, guys. Claim it. Say, I'm going to get me a house through Bank of America with the free down payment and the free closing costs. Oh, I'm going to just have my dream home. Claim it and move forward on that. You working hard for that. Okay, whether you're doing a physical job or you receive Social Security or SSI, you still worked hard for that, and you want to reap the benefits. Okay, so give it a thumbs up on that word right there. Okay, it's 10 in the chat, and it's 6 thumbs up. If you could give a thumbs up, that would be great. Thank you. So, me, myself, I'm going to look into it, and I have nothing to lose to look into it, right? And I'll report back to you all and tell you my findings, okay? Now, the main thing, another thing you want to do, you may say, oh, my credit is not that good. Well, you don't know whether your credit is good or not according to Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Believe me, you don't have to have the best credit in the world to qualify through them, because 2 reasons. This is for people who have not had a chance to be homeowners, and also this is for people who they want you to buy in certain areas. Okay, so basically they know what time of day it is. So don't let none of that put fear in you. I want you to be confident And I want you to remember that Grandma Ray said, go try, go try. You never know, go try. And if you have a sister or a brother who is struggling and maybe you're struggling, you guys can get together. If you feel like you both are people that pay bills, you can get together and you can have more buying power, more buying power. So let's say you qualify for 200,000 and your brother qualifies for 300,000. That's 500,000 that you guys qualify for. You see what I'm saying? You see how you can add that up? You know, so it's something to think about, right? I would definitely consider that, guys. You know, a lot of times we want to live our separate lives, even though we're in each other's business all the time, and or we're at each other's house all the time, but yet we don't want to pool together. But you know, other families that I know of, they pull together because you know they know that that makes sense, right? And so maybe you want to pull together. And if you don't want to pull together, no problem. Buy a house that you can afford. So if they say you can afford 800 a month, you want to buy a house for 600 a month. It may not be where you want to buy, but if you really want a home, if you really want to cut these bills down, you can do that. Okay. So you may say, well, I don't know. My job is here and you know, I can't leave my job. I got news for you. The job, it when they get ready to let you go, they're gonna let you go. Okay, so maybe you can figure out whether the job is transferable, or maybe go get a job with a company that is transferable. Like for instance, let's see, the airlines. The airlines is all over the world. So if you work for Delta, Delta's all over the world. So you get my point, okay? Don't let nothing, and I mean nothing, nothing stop you. Make it all happen, and you can make it happen. And so, work history is the bank looking for? If you retired, they're looking for your retirement history. When you retired, how much do you get a month from retirement? If you work, they want to know, have you worked for the last 2 years? They're not interested in whether you was at the same exact job for 2 years. They want to know if you consistently worked in the last 2 years. And so if that answer is yes, right away, now we've crossed one hurdle. Okay. Then they want to know where you want to live at. And they want to know how much you want to spend. Tell them that answer is you don't know. You want to get pre-qualified. What is pre-qualified? Pre-qualified is when they take down all of your information, your income, your household size, your rental history, anything pertaining to you, your social, all of that stuff. And then they're going to come up with, and then they're going to pull your credit, okay? And then they're going to come up with, okay, they may say, I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay, Rachel, we pulled your information and we feel like you can get a mortgage that the payment is $1,000 a month. Now, I'm just using this as an example, okay? So at that point, they're going to give you a letter so that you can have that in black and white. And now you can call any realtor and tell them you are pre-approved. So that is big news to a realtor, okay? That's big news to a realtor because they know now they can work with you because you have a guarantee that you can get any mortgage that you want as long as the amount do not exceed that letter. Okay. So maybe, I don't know, maybe the amount is 300,000. Who knows? Whatever they say. Okay. So as long as you're not looking at houses that is over 300,000, you're good to go. Okay. Or whatever your number is. Okay. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Give a thumbs up. So you want to definitely go through these motions, because, if you don't do nothing else in 2021, you want to be able to look back and say that you tried, that you went through, that you purchased. You want to just go all the way out and see if you can, how far you can go. Okay. Because you might go all the way. You never know. Now, it takes about normally 45 days to close on a property. I have a question. Ace, rack, FHA, or conventional? It said conventional for Bank of America. Now, I know FHA is another federal program, but this is a government program, so I wouldn't rule that out. I would contact them and ask. Okay. Usually, a FHA, it gives you like a break on the money, and that's why it's a FHA. Like they back the so much of the money. Oh, you're welcome. But in this case, you may or may not need that. If they're giving you up to $17,000 for the down payment and the closing costs, maybe you don't need that. Maybe you can't double dip. I don't know. Let's call and find out, and let's report back to help each other. Okay, because this is the one time, guys. I'm telling you, things work in mysterious ways. If it wasn't for what we've been through in the last year, maybe these things wouldn't be happening, right? So a lot of things came to play in this last year. They found out that people didn't have money past a week or two from their paycheck. We found that out. No, we found out that people didn't have emergency funds that could sustain them for months and months like we had to. They found out that there's a housing problem. They found that out from renters and people who have mortgages, both. Okay, a housing problem. And so because of that, all of these good things have came to pass, and wow, we must definitely thank them by applying. Exactly. So guys, what are your intentions, and what state are you guys in right now? And have you heard of any of these programs before today? While they're doing that, could you give a thumbs up? Those who just joined the chat, that's great. Thank you so much. Okay. Have you guys heard of this program before today? I'm all pumped up. Believe me, I'm going to be making my calls on Friday morning for sure, because I don't want to slip this opportunity. What about you guys? And just imagine this. Oh, and I did some homework for a couple of people. And if you can't afford the taxes in the state you're in, there's some states that have some pretty cheap taxes, depending on what state you go to. So everybody, housing market is not overpriced, and everybody's taxes is not overpriced. So that's something that you really want to look into. Okay, Alicia said, "Hi everyone. I live in Benton Harbor, Miami." Oh, okay. Now, how's the housing market in Miami? Is you think that that's a reasonable state, or you think that's a place where you might be interested in, Alicia? Where does other people live at that's in the chat? I seen some houses in Florida. I don't remember what part of Florida, as low as 40 some thousand. Alicia Alicia's in Michigan. I'm sorry, not Miami. Alicia's in Michigan. I love it here. Oh wow, what do you like about Michigan? Tell us. Let us know what you like about Michigan. And have you always lived there? And how's the housing market there? Okay, where, Linda, where do you live? Sylvia, where do you live? Ace, where you live? May, so that we all know where you live at. Okay. This is almost like Bank of America or Wells Fargo just gave you a lot of money. Ace lives in California. Oh, I heard California is very expensive. Is that right? And would you be buying in California, Ace? Alicia said, where she's at in Michigan, it's peaceful and everyone gets along. Are you interested in buying a house there? A says yes. Okay. May says, I live in Georgia. Oh, how is the pricing of houses in Georgia, May? Okay, Miss Jackie is saying, I would love to buy my own house as well one day. I'm located in Austin, Texas. Well, the day is here. They're begging you to take this free money. You should just go for it. When are we really ever ready to do anything? But guess what? You pay rent every month. I can tell you that, whether you're ready or not. Every 30 days, you're going to pay that rent. So you might as well just go ahead and get this free money. Because everyone give a thumbs up in the chat for me, please. Thank you. Alicia said in Michigan, the houses aren't very expensive. Give us an idea. Are you talking under 100,000, under 300,000, 40,000? Give us an idea, Alicia. Maybe some people want to join you over there. Okay. Yeah. I know one thing. Okay. We all got the stimulus, right? And some of us got a lot of money. Now is the time. Maybe you want to, buy your house and fix up your kids' room, or whatever you want to do with the house. Now is the time. You have the funds to do it. I would definitely, guys, go for it. You got nothing to lose. Nothing. May says, um, homes. Okay. How much? How much money, May, in your area? How much they cost? We're not going to let the price scare us, guys, and we're not going to be looking for. That's why you're going to get your pre-approval, because the pre-approval is going to help you to pick the house that you can afford. Okay, Sophia said, I'm sorry I'm late. You all had to work late. That's okay. You got to get that money. So we're going to bring you up to date. Okay, Sophia? May says, very big. Okay, Alicia says, under 200,000, I would most likely stay where I am. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Are you going to go for it, Alicia? Because you know, we all do like to live in the area that either we grew up in or we're familiar with, right? Most of us don't like to go out of our comfort zone. And then some of us can't wait to get away, can't wait to go move somewhere else. Okay. Okay. A said they're pre-approved for 350,000 and still not enough in California. We should move. Yes, I understand that people are moving out of California in droves. Really. They said people are leaving New York and California like mad. Okay, so you should follow them and see where all of those people are going. And they're going to like Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. I think they said Texas and somewhere else, because you know they realize that they're not going to be able to survive it. You know, and that's why in California, they got extra taxes and all that stuff in California that drove people out. I mean, come on now. So you should consider going somewhere else. Okay, make sure you can transfer your job or get a job that's transferable, and go for it, because that pre-approval will follow you as long as you have a job. Okay. Sophia said, I love to move around. I've lived in 6 states. When I retire in 2023, which is in a couple of years, my plan is to buy a co-op or townhouse in North Carolina. Okay, so let's talk about the co-op is good, but let's talk about the townhouse. You know, townhouses and condos come with fees. These are monthly additional fees, and there's a fees for like the cutting of this is the common area. This is what the fees are for. Cutting the grass, or maybe a new roof on the building, or lighting, or anything like that, maintenance, anything like that. And those fees could add up to an extra $200 to $300 a month. Now, if you add that to the mortgage, you can see that you're up there, right? So you might want to think twice about townhouses or condos if you can afford that. Now, if you buy low and then you get that tab, it's okay. This is the problem I have with it, is they have board meetings, and they decide, you know, whoever's on the board who lives there, they decide what they want to do. So if they decide that they want to I don't know, put in a new pool, that bill just simply goes to you, period. You don't have no other choice about it. Now your condo fee just got jacked up, and they can vote on anything at any time, and these fees is coming your way. And pretty soon it could get to the point where you can no longer afford the place, not that you can't afford the mortgage, but because you can't afford the mortgage and the condo fees. Something to think about, guys. I thought I would bring that home to you. If everyone would give a thumbs up, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're doing good with that, all right? Yeah, so did you guys know that about the condo fees? Or that's a problem, right? Now, a co-op, I don't know much about a co-op, but what I do know about a co-op is you're buying into it as like a share. Okay, so you have a portion of it. Like you don't own it outright, but you have certain rights. Okay, and you still pay rent, and you still can't control the rent. Uh, and when you get ready to move, you can try to sell what you put down into it, and that's how you get your money back out. So it kind of for me, I don't like the co-op because I want to see my equity grow so that if I need to pull some money out of my property, I can pull some money out because I paid the money in. So you understand? So that's what the co-op is about. Okay, Shafia says, I live in a townhouse in North Carolina. I graduated from real estate class. Co-op, you're on the board. And condos, you pay maintenance fee. Yep, that's right. Many townhouses, maintenances are included. Well, that's great in North Carolina, but I'm telling you right now, that's not the average everywhere. That there's definitely some extra fees that's coming your way in the form of a monthly bill. And Victoria said thumbs up. All right. Thank you, Victoria. Victoria said thumbs up, guys. Give it a thumbs up for Victoria. Okay. So Sapphire says, with the co-op part of your mortgage is put into a separate account. So you want to move, you get that part. Okay, so I learned something. That is definitely different from what I'm used to in Massachusetts, because um, in Massachusetts it's not included in the rent. You pay that separately. So you guys might want to check out everything. And this is why we're having this conversation, because Sapphira just taught me something, right? And she taught you something. And so I'm giving you one perspective and she's giving you another perspective. That's why you want to check these things out. Okay. Sapphira, do you when you move, when you retire and you move, are you going to stay in that state, or what's your plans? Oh, you guys are doing wonderful with the thumbs up. Thank you, Victoria. Victoria said give it a thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. So you can see, guys, that we, and the reason why that I started coming on live is, I think that we can help each other, don't you? I think we can like give a dialogue like we have tonight and learn from each other. So there are lots of things that we learned tonight. We learned California is very expensive. We learned that there's different types of co-ops in this world. We learned that Detroit is nice. So we learned lots of things. Victoria said, read the fine print. Yes. definitely read the fine print. Sapphire says, one of my clients in Queens, New York City, was in a co-op 40 years before he died. At 96, he left me X amount of dollars in his will, and he had 400,000 from the co-op to leave to his family. Nice. Very nice. Now, that was a good co-op. Let me tell you right now. A very good co-op. Beautiful. Now, what about your co-op? Is there any provisions like that, Sapphire? I think this is very educational. And I don't try to pretend that I know everything. I don't know everything. I was in real estate for 30 years, and I bought multifamily houses. And so that was my thing. And I would buy them and then sell them, and buy them and sell them. So that's what I did for 30 years. So, as we grow, right? I don't have a house right now. Okay. But I'm ready to look into a house right now, because don't think I'm not going to look into this. I am definitely going to look into Bank of America and Wells Fargo immediately, Friday morning. Okay. Sophia. Yes, in New York. Brenda Holiday. Hello, Brenda. Hi, Grandma Ray and everyone, Brenda said. And Sophia said, I like this chat, Grandma Ray. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to tell you something. I have had intentions of doing these chats for I don't know how long, okay? But you know how it is when you go to work, you get home, and I'm trying to do my videos, and I gotta try to figure out when I'm gonna get some rest, and and what time I gotta be to work the next day, and all of that stuff, until it just seemed like time was always getting away from me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start just doing it, time or no time, and I'll figure out how to get the time back. How about that? And so that's what made me start doing it. And since I started it, I love it. I love it. I like the dialogue from you guys, and I learned so much from you guys. It really, really makes a difference. It really does. I know it makes a difference to others, and it makes a difference to you because you show up. And so I appreciate that. Okay. And I know that somebody after this tonight is going to definitely be looking into their dream home. Okay. So you no longer have to look at the housing, like they got the housing shows on TV, and you look at them and you just wish that could be your home, and you just dream and all of that. No, you can make that a reality. Okay. Let's make it a reality, guys. Let's do this together so that we can all join and say, we did this together. Yes, together. Okay, absolutely. Safari said, I like the chat, Grandma Ray. Oh, I like your comment, Safari. Thank you. Victoria said, thanks for the information. Oh, you are so welcome. So Safari said, yes, Grandma Ray, it's pouring down rain in New York. And my landlord wanted to give me dinner. So I'm glad I turned my phone back on, and here you are. Okay. Well, thank you. I hope you still can get that dinner. It might be something really good. But I'm glad you joined me. I really, really am. It makes a difference, right? Because all we have is each other to pump each other up, to get information to each other, to dream the impossible dream. Okay? That's all we have. Brenda, I know you joined us late, but we're talking about uh, achieving the impossible because it's possible now. So, Bank of America, and this is for anybody else that has recently joined, Bank of America has up to $17,000 towards closing costs and down payment for anyone that is interested in purchasing a home. And so I'm saying, I don't care if you have a SSI income. I don't care if you have a Social Security income. I don't care if you have a work income. I don't care if you have a combination of a lot of different incomes. Apply. Because this is free money you do not have to pay back. This is the lottery. Please apply, apply, apply. That's very, very important. And you can be in your dream home. Okay? It may not be the way you want it when you first get it, but you can make it yours, right? Absolutely. Okay, so give a thumbs up to that, guys. I was like, surprised that she eating that food now. Okay. Surprise said, yes, everyone, have faith and take a chance. Yes, you've got to do it, guys. You got to do it for your kids. You got to do it for your mother. You got to do it for your father. You got to set the example. You've got to do it for yourself. Okay? Because if you paid into society, then you should get back some joy from society. You know what I mean? And if you're in your house after you get it and the walls need painting, okay, the walls may need to be painted, but it's yours, okay? Or let's say you got a leaky faucet after you get in there. It may be leaking and you might have to put a bucket underneath there, but it's yours and you can fix it when you get ready. Okay. Difference is if you pay rent, whether any of these things are happening or not, you still got to pay the rent on time. That's the big difference here. Okay. Versus if it's yours and it's the mortgage is in your name, and let's say you run into a stumbling block. Okay, and you can't pay it on your rent, your mortgage on time that month. They can't just come and put you out. It takes many, many months. And meanwhile, you can catch that up. Now, I'm not advocating to do that. I'm not. But I am saying is you have more of a chance. If you don't pay a landlord, okay, you're not going to be in there for months and months. Okay, so I know you're going to say, well, yeah, they had a moratorium. Okay, well, nothing lasts forever, guys. So that is not going to last forever. So we have to get back to, what's the right thing. So the right thing is to make provisions for yourself. Get your own home. Norma says, I like this chat, Grandma Ray. Good info. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your comment. Because none of us are rich. Come on, let's face it. If we was rich, if I was rich, I probably would have maybe 5 minutes of a conversation and then I'd be too busy, right? But, one thing I am is I am dedicated to you guys. And when I say dedicated, I mean really dedicated, okay? I'm really dedicated to you guys to bring you content that you can use, show you how to cook some food to cut that budget, talk about in and everything that you want to talk about that will make your life easier. I'm dedicated to that 100%. And I'm going to be also dedicated to looking into this housing market. Oh, free money? I will be all over that. Trust me. Okay, Brenda says, great information about buying and owning your home. Yes. So listen, guys. So they're gonna down Bank of America is offering did everyone give a thumbs up in the chat? Up, thumbs up. Offering to give up to $17,000 down. Okay. And that includes your closing costs. Okay. And it's another, wait a minute, I forgot. It's another program that does just your closing costs. And that is American Home Grant Program. Y'all write that down. American Home Grant Program. Up to $75,000 closing costs. Now that's just separate for just a closing cost. So you see, I understand that it's quite a few of these programs out there. Okay. And so why isn't this promoted? They want you to buy into the low income, middle income areas. Then why isn't this promoted? How come this isn't on the TV everywhere? How come this isn't like a billboard posted so you can see it? How come this is kept quiet? But that's okay, because Grandma Ray found out about it, and you know I'm on here telling you. Okay, absolutely, absolutely. Because we got to get ours. We have got to get ours. And when you buy that house and you keep it past 3 years, you're going to be able to cash in on some money, because the equity will build up, which is a part of your mortgage. Okay, and you can cash in on that and get you some money. Yes, yes. Now, come on. You let's see, you go to and put your money in the bank in 3 years, you're not going to be going up on no equity. They're going to give you less than what, a penny percent. This is worth it, guys. This is a deal changer. Okay. Safari said, that's right. I agree. I agree. Okay. We got one life to live. So we might as well go ahead and live it to the fullest. Okay. I can just imagine my big screen TV in the living room on the wall. I can imagine a kitchen with a whole bunch of cabinets all the way around it. So when I go in there to cook for you guys can say, oh, look at her now. Okay. I can just imagine pulling into my own driveway. I can just imagine how in 3 years I can be financially secure when I pull that money out, when I pull that equity out. Oh, I can just imagine, guys. And guess what? Housing market is supposed to, they say by June, okay, that it's going to be a lot of houses up for sale because of people who maybe haven't paid their mortgage in the last year. And so it's suggesting to you that get ready. So we're getting ready now by getting pre-approved. So when that comes around, we're already been out there looking and we're all set. And so right now it's a buyer's market because it's not that much inventory out there. But don't let that stop you from looking, because you know what's for you is for you. It's not for your neighbor. It's not for the other guy. It's for you. And you got to go get yours. That's right. Go get it. Okay. Don't, many a days I get up and I go to work. Well, first of all, when I get up, I'm so tired and worn out until I, of course, don't want to go. But I say, you know what? Feet, get moving. Put one in front of the other, because I can't reach a goal unless I go get that money, right? And you can't reach your goal with this Bank of America gift unless you go get it. Go get it. That's right. Sapphire says, I'm looking at my cookbook bestseller hanging up in my own home kitchen. Oh, well, what's the name of it? Let's give a plug. What's the name of it, Sapphire? Let us know. And what kind of cooking book it is. Sapphire said, yes, I'd be so tired after work, but I got to keep going. Yes, yes. Let me tell you what tired is, Sapphire. Tired is when the devil gets in your head and say, don't. Oh, you can't. Oh, you should just rest. Oh, you should just do this and do that. Okay, there are going to be some days that you may have to just do that, but not every day. Okay, so Sapphire, let's see. So Sapphire's cooking book is Black Pearl Detectable. What kind of cooking book, Sapphire? See, this is why we do this show, is because not just Sapphire, even you have something that you can present to the world, and you need just a little edge. You just need a little push. So Sapphire said, the devil says it's enough to her, but he's a liar. Okay, all right. I hear you on that one. Okay, so Sapphire cookbook is food and dessert. And so is it some way you distribute it, Sapphire? Because others may want to know. Okay, and I commend you for that. It takes a lot to make a book. And while we're on the conversation of a book, guys, you know, all of us have a story to tell. Sapphire's may be a cookbook. Yours could be how you raised your kids. Yours could be how difficult it was to go to college. Yours could be about your family history. Yours could be about fitness. It could be whatever gift you have. The only difference between you putting a book out and someone else is you got to actually do it. So I don't suggest that you sit down and write it with a pencil and paper, because you're never going to get to the end that way. That's what they used to do years ago. So just record that. And they got programs out there that you can talk into your recorder, and it will type into your Word program, and that's how you get it typed. And then you go in and you correct the anything that it may be misquoted or something, and then you got your book, and now you want to ship it out to one of the YouTube people who edit books, and then to get it on the market. Sophia said, I've been writing a book for a few years on my life, going through 2 strokes while caring for the parents. Okay. You know, that's something that it could be helpful, because lots of people, like I said, have a story to tell. And guys, you know, you don't have to write a book. It's good if you want to. You can sing a song about it. You can write a poem about it. You can do whatever you want to do to get your message over. But all of us is here on this earth to make a difference, to contribute, to tell our story. You know, how many times do you turn on the TV? Did everybody give a thumbs up in the chat, please? How many times you turn on the TV and somebody's on there telling their story? Well, their story is no better than your story, right? Everybody has a story to tell. The only difference is, you know, we're so busy on the phone talking to somebody that ain't going to get you where you need to be, or we're watching TV, or we're running here and running there. And when we finish with all of that, you know, you still have not did what is in your heart you want to do. So take a little bit of that time and do what you need to do for you. Brenda is asking, is this program for first-time home buyers? It did not say it's just for first-time home buyers. I think it's for anybody that qualify. When I say qualify, I mean if you want to buy in these areas that they are willing to give you this money for. And also, you know, when in doubt, Brenda, check it out, because you got nothing to lose. It could be other criterias while we're worrying about whether it's a first-time home buyer. It could be other criterias that they're looking for. So when in doubt, check it out, because you got nothing to lose. Don't listen, guys. Don't ever, ever, ever be afraid to hear no. No is just as good as yes, because if somebody say no to one part of that, there's a yes part to the other part of that, right? So you want to be able to fit in that program whatever way. So they may say, well, you have to do this and you have to do that, and then you qualify. So go ahead and do it. When in doubt, try it, check it out. Because if you have money for rent, you have money for a mortgage somewhere. Okay? Okay, so Safari says she'll let us all know after taking photos of her food and recipe website. Beautiful. That would be great, Safari. Brenda said, thank you. You're welcome, Brenda. No is Safari said no is a delay sometimes. Very good, because no is a delay sometimes. Because if somebody say no, a lot of us just shut right down, and we don't want to hear no more. We feel like we got defeated. But question no. You know, like you used to ask your mother, can I go outside and play? And your mother said, no. And you say, oh, I want to go outside and play. And you just kept going because you wanted the aunt to find out why she was saying no, you couldn't go outside and play. And so at the end of all of that, she told you why you couldn't go outside and play. She said, because you didn't clean that room. And you ran in there and you cleaned that room and solved that problem. And then you came back out and you said, okay, I cleaned the room. Can I go outside and play now? And she says, yes. So you get my point on no. Okay. No does not mean it's the end of the road. It means that you need to ask some more questions so that you can get to that goal. Okay. And whether that goal is today, tomorrow, or 4 months from now, get to that goal. Okay. And guys, whatever you do, even though you're going to get this free money, stop spending. Stop spending, because there are some costs that is not included, like homeowners insurance, or you may have to pay a deposit to put the utilities on. You know, little stuff like that you are not thinking about. So stop spending and start saving for these things, so that when they say, well, do you have the money for these things? You can say, oh, yes, I have it right here. And I got it. Okay. Very, very, very important. Okay. Because, you know, a lot of times we spend our money and we don't know where it went, and it's doing us no good. So imagine this. Your money now is working for you. Oh, your money now has you saying, I'm a homeowner. Your money now is making the dream come true. Your money now is helping you reach the impossible, because if it wasn't for you calling Bank of America or going on their website or Wells Fargo, you wouldn't have never made the dream come true. Okay. Safari said, yes, save, save, save. I can't tell you how important that is. Even if you don't have much to save that, because that could make all the difference in the world, guys. Save, save, save. If everyone can give a thumbs up in the chat, thank you. Safari says, I have a separate 3 accounts for saving to buy and the other for bills and other for fun. Nice. Very nice. Let me see. My granddaughter made a video with me a couple of weeks ago. It was making empanadas. And at the end of that video, she taught you how to save money. So if you need an idea, that might be one way you can save. I used to write a saving book years ago, and I always said I was going to publish it. And here I am, the preacher. I'm not a preacher, but I'm calling myself that because I'm saying something now that I didn't actually do. And I always said that I was going to publish that, and I never did. So you see, I need to go back and find that book and take care of that myself. Okay, Norma says, amen, Grandma Ray. Let go and let God. That's right. That's right. I agree, Norma. And Sophia says, yes, Norma. Okay, absolutely. Because, you don't know what's waiting on you. I do know one thing. If you make one step, somehow or another, it adds up to 2 steps. And if you make 2 steps, somehow or another, you get to the finish line, right? That's what it's all about. So let's try, guys, and see how far we can go in this world, okay? Because we had a rough year. We had a rough year. And why not in 2021, in this year, right? Okay. You can have your house with your Christmas lights on there and your Christmas tree and all of that stuff. Invite the family over and show off a little bit. I'm telling you, it can make a difference, guys. So I can't say that enough. Let me just repeat some of this stuff to you. So Bank of America has agreed that between February of last month through 2025, that they will pay 3% or up to $17,000 down payment and closing costs. Okay. And also Wells Fargo have a down payment programs. These are government programs. So of course, these banks are getting paid by the government to assist you. And yes, they do want you to live and buy these houses in certain areas. They have 260 cities and countries in the United States where where you can buy these properties. Now, they're not asking you, they're not telling you which property to buy. They're just saying these are the cities, okay? And you do not have to pay this money back. This is free grant money. Free grant money, okay? And there's another closing cost program. It's called America Home Grant Program, up to $75,000 closing costs. America Home Grant Program. Now, whether you get the Bank of America down payment and then you get this America Grant program, or it's all under one umbrella of Bank of America. Either way, they both are out there, okay? And Bank of America's program is called Family Housing Assistance Government Program. And Wells Fargo program is called Neighborhood Lift Help with Loan Down Payment. Okay? So you heard it right here, guys. You heard it right here. Okay? So I'm telling you to go get it. Go get it. Okay? Any questions that you guys have for me at all? Any comments, final remarks, support that you would like to give out to the members here, to the family members here, or anything you would like to say in closing, guys? And by the way, make sure you gave a thumbs up before we leave. Okay, that would be great. Thank you. Any comments, guys, or closing remarks, or goodbyes, or anything that you guys would like to say? I want to say on behalf of Grandma Ray Don't Play, it's a pleasure serving you, and I appreciate you guys communicating with me and joining in, and I appreciate even you going to get that house, because I know when you get that house, you're going to have a smile on your face, right? That's very, very, very important. Very important. So any goodbyes? Sapphire said, keep God first, and remember we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Alicia said, please, could you repeat the program names? Okay, I'll do that. Brenda said, I appreciate this housing information. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the programs again. As Alicia has asked, and also for you guys to write down. Okay, I can wait a few minutes if you want to get a pencil and paper. That way you'll have it in black and white. Okay, and also you can play this video back if you lose your piece of paper as well. Okay. Sophia said, I love you all and have a safe night. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, with all the hearts. Okay, so I'm going to recap everything again. I think maybe I'll give it another minute and then you guys will have your pencil and paper. Did everybody do the thumbs up before we go? That's really, really, really important. Brenda said, everyone have a fantastic night. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to read the programs again and the names, okay? Bank of America, and the name of Bank of America's program is Family Housing Assistance Government Program. Family Housing Assistance Government Program. That's Bank of America. And they're giving you 3% or up to $17,000. You know, that could be either way, up or down, okay, for down payment. And they also have a down payment and closing costs, okay? And then and the Bank of America program is in 260 cities and countries in the United States. And this is free money. It's a grant. You do not have to pay it back. These programs are backed by the government. Okay, and then there's Wells Fargo's. Wells Fargo is neighborhood lift help with loan and down payment. Wells Fargo neighborhood lift help with loan and down payment. Okay. Okay, and there's another program for just closing costs, and that is American Home Grant Program up to 75,000 closing costs. Okay. Okay, so I did you were you able to get that? Alicia? So I want you guys to share this live stream with every family member and friend. This is what I'm asking you to do for me. Share it because, you know, when you tell them, right, they got a lot of questions. Just share the video and then they will hear all the programs, the names. They will get inspired because you guys inspired them. Okay. And tell them to share with their friends and co-workers and that sort of thing. We got to bring each other up. Okay. And this is one way that we can do it. All right. Okay. So okay, Alicia, I'm glad you got that. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Grandma Ray loves you. And I will talk to you all soon. Okay. Oh, it's a pleasure, 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 pleasure serving you. Alicia said, I will definitely share the info. Thank you so very much. And you are welcome. Oh, thank you for doing that. That is so great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys, I am off. Bye-bye. Have a great night, Alicia said. Norma said, thank you, Grandma Ray, for all the good info, and may God continue to bless you. Thank you, Norma. That's so, so nice. Thank you. You too. Okay. Okay, until next time. Love you. Bye-bye.